Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you all know, this is Kavya, currently pursuing my BE first year in Sri Venkateshwar College of Engineering, Bengaluru, in the Department of Electronics and Communication. Here, my subject is Waste Management and subject code is BETCK205F. After a long bit time, here I am going to explain about the topic of classification of solid wastes. Let us let we'll know about what is solid waste. Solid wastes are organic and inorganic waste materials such as product packaging, grass clipping, furniture, clothing, bottles, kitchen refuse, paper, appliances, paint cans, batteries, etc. Solid waste includes all items from homes and businesses that people no longer have any use for. These wastes are commonly called trash or garbage and include items such as food, paper, plastics, textiles, leather, wood, glass, metals, sanitary waste in specific tanks and other wastes. In the picture we can see the different types of wastes. Here classification of solid wastes, that is sources based on classification and type based classification. First we'll know about source based classification, that is residences and homes where people live are some of the major sources of the solid waste. Garbage from these places include food wastes, plastics, paper, glass, leather, cardboard, metals, yard wastes, ashes and special wastes like bulky household items like electronics, tires, batteries. The major sources of garbages are domestic wastes, in industrial wastes, agricultural wastes and commercial wastes. Here in the picture we can see the different types of wastes: glasses, organic wastes, papers, metals, e-waste and plastic. And the type based source based classification includes, first one is residential, that is single and multifamily dwellings are one of the primary sources of solid waste. It includes plastics, food waste, leathers, wood, glass, metals, papers, ashes, etc. Second one is industries. Industries constitute largely to the production of solid waste. Typical waste generators are construction sites, manufacturing industries, power and chemical plants. And third one is commercial wastes. Commercial building like hotels, offices, restaurants and stores are another significant source of solid waste. It includes food wastes, plastics, rubber waste, packaging materials, etc. And fourth one is institutional wastes. Universities, schools, courts, prisons and other government centers also contributes to the solid waste production. It includes compresses, plastics, food waste, wood, rubber items, metals, etc. And fourth one is multiple services, that is streets, parks and recreational areas contributes immensely to the production of solid waste. It includes street waste, dead leaves, tree trimmings, etc. And sixth one is pesticides, agricultural wastes, that is pesticides, spoiled food and other agricultural wastes are the types of solid waste produced by orchards, farms, dairies and feeders. And seventh one is biomedical wastes. Biomedical waste refers to the waste generated by hospitals and pharmaceutical firms. It includes syringes, drugs, food waste, plastics, rubber, surgical gloves, etc. And next we'll know about type based classification, that is type based waste can further be divided into biodegradable, recyclable and hazardous domestic wastes. The biodegradable waste includes rotten food, vegetable peel and mostly wet kitchen waste. Recyclable waste includes plastic and hazardable wastes include bulb, batteries, etc. As here I am given in the picture, combustible wastes means burnable wastes as like clothes, and uncombustible wastes means non burnable like kitchen equipments. And next is biodegradable and non-biodegradable wastes. Biodegradable waste means any waste that is capable of undergoing anaerobic of aerobic decomposition, such as food and garden waste and paper and cardboard. And non-biodegradable waste means any waste type that cannot be decomposed by natural or biological process is considered non-biodegradable waste. Besides plastic, glass, and metals, it includes cardboard, paper, old clothes, thermocol sheets, cans, man made polymer, biomedical waste, chemical waste, electronics, batteries, etc. And next is hazardous and residential wastes. That is, hazardous waste is a waste with properties that make it dangerous or capable of having harmful effect on human health or the environment. And the residual ash is composed of non-combustible or mineral matter such as silica, alumina, iron oxide, clay, etc. Ash from plant material generally contains high amounts of lime, sodium carbonate, or potassium carbonate. And next is, what is the necessity to classify solid waste? For solid waste, classification helps us management risks of harm to human health and the environment from waste. It can also help you meet your obligations under the general environmental duty. The classification process helps you identify your waste. The advantages of classifying waste include saving energy and natural resources in producing new materials. 80% of urban waste can be used, so its classification would reduce the need to extract raw material, contributing to job creation. You must identify and classify your waste before you send it for recycling or disposal. This makes sure you or anyone handling your waste deals with it properly. There are special rules for dealing with hazardous waste or dealing with POPS waste, that is persistence organic pollutants, it means POPS. And next is conclusion. Proper waste management and waste disposal is essential for the health and sustainability of our planet. It is important for individuals and businesses to take responsibility for their waste and make efforts to reduce, reuse, and recycle as much as possible. Solid waste management is an essential practice for protecting human health and the environment. The impacts of improper waste disposal are far reaching and can have long lasting effects on the health of our planet. As citizens, we have to put in some effect and do our bit to save the environment. It is important to cut down the waste that contributes to the landfills. If we all practice recycling and upcycling in our day to day life, hopefully we can reduce the need for new. I hope by this presentation summit I given awareness you all why we need to classify solid waste. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please subscribe and don't forget to like my video. Thank you.